After completing the smoke, it looks dark at this time. Most of this is due from the redness of the skin from being worked on. Once the tattoo has healed and the redness is gone, then you will see the total effect of the gray. Remember that you can always come back and darken the area if needed. Before moving on to the color part of this design, you should try to complete all your black and gray work first, so you do not wipe black dye over the colored dye. This will darken your lighter colors. Notice the very small and tight circles being used to pack the color into the skin. Now, this is where you can cause a lot of damage, so pay close attention. Keep a close eye on the area being worked. If you notice parts of the skin missing and indentations as well as excessive bleeding, then stop and let the area heal before finishing. You can always come back and touch up. Let me mention that all this can be eliminated by using quality equipment and new undamaged needles. Be sure to check your equipment and needles before starting work, as well as periodically through the procedure. Again, at the risk of repeating myself over and over again, the best instruction I can give you at this point is to watch and pay attention. Moving ahead in the process, I need to mention to be sure to work in a directional flow. Directional flow meaning the shape of the design or the part being tattooed. Watch as I finish the brow, and notice I will be working from right to left and then left to right to achieve shape. Notice the flipping motion. Heavier pressure to light pressure. And when I mentioned the directional flow of the design, take for example the shape of a cheek area, the bridge of his nose, the eyebrow, lips, and so on. Again, notice the dilution as well as the very light pressure being applied, just barely touching the surface of the skin. At times, maybe not even leaving any dye, but working what dye might already be there. It's important to have a difference in tone between the smoke and the facial features. So of course, not wanting to be too dark through the face, but yet a difference in shade and tone to be able to distinguish between the two. Again, working in that directional flow. Before going to another color, be sure to flush your machine first. This is a quick way to move to another color without changing the tube and needle. Place your tube on a towel and spray a soap mix on the point of your machine. Run the machine until the soap runs clear. You may have to repeat soap several times, then rinse with alcohol. Of course, you can have other machines ready to run throughout the color wheel. You will notice at this time we are moving on to the colored part of this design. Again, working in a directional flow as to give its shape and form. Again, at this time, when not speaking or giving instructions, be sure to watch. I know it sounds pretty redundant, but that's the best information at this time. Again, when moving on to another color or different color in the spectrum, be sure to flush or change out your tubes and needles. When applying color, use the very tight circles. And it's very important to keep the skin tight as to allow proper penetration. Again, this would be an area that could be easily damaged if you are not paying close attention to the skin. Keep your eye open and stop immediately if you notice any damage to the skin. Again, very tight circles, packing the color in. Your machine could be running at a little higher speed, but not so fast as to rip or snag the skin. When working a large area, the best way to pack the color is to do a small square and then move to another square until the area is covered. Again, I cannot stress enough importance on paying close attention to the skin and noticing any damage. You want to prevent damage. Again, working in that small square. Pack that area and move on to another square. Do not try to get too far ahead of yourself and take on too much of an area, as this will lead to more missed area than anything else. Again, very tight circles. Fairly heavy pressure. Now when I mention heavy pressure, not enough to drag or snag the surface of the skin. Just enough pressure to allow penetration throughout this process. Again, very important to keep the skin tight. Watch for damage, excessive bleeding, indentations, missing skin off the surface. This is a sign to stop immediately. Move on to another area. Let the tattoo heal. Come back and finish. This will do much more for your reputation than trying to hurry through it and leaving scar tissue. You will notice very little bleeding throughout this whole process. A tattoo doesn't have to bleed to be good. Again, I emphasize tattooing skin and not meat or muscle. In finishing the design, we will do the ash and then come back and put the last defining lines to finish. Thanks for watching.